I want to talk for a moment about an ISFP's potential unwillingness to get things done. And I think that this could apply also to the INFP. Perhaps the INFP would describe the feelings maybe a little differently. And I'm sure even within ISFPs, people would try to explain what they're feeling or thinking. It would come out very differently for different people. But with introverted feeling as a top function, there are frequent times when I just don't want to do things. There are things that I need to get done. I know they need to be done, but I don't want to do them. Now, first of all, I would imagine everybody experiences that to a degree. Everybody experiences everything. Everyone can do everything. But the difference between, or one of the significant differences between the types, is that they experience things to a much stronger degree and in more frequent situations, or they just experience it more frequently. So it is extremely common, like daily common, hourly common, even sometimes minute by minute common for me to know that I should do something and even to want to have the end result of that thing, but to absolutely feel with every fiber of my being as though I don't want to do that right now. And the feeling when I have that I don't want to do this feeling, it's not just I don't really feel like it. I don't really care or whatever. It is literally like pressure in my chest. I can feel it throughout my whole abdominal or thoracic region. This sort of tension and pressure. It is muscular to an extent. I am feeling it in the muscles in my thorax, but it goes so far beyond that. It's almost an energy within me that is like fighting against any willingness that I might have to go do the thing, whatever the thing may be. But I want to I want to give you some practical examples to help you understand just how hard it can be for me sometimes to just get a thing done. There are times when I'm, let's say, at work, and all I need to do is like type up a pre-filled out form, and I just have to fill in 7 blanks and hit print and print it and grab it off of the printer and walk over to the fax machine, load it in the fax machine, dial the fax and hit send. Like that's the task. And if for whatever reason, and usually there are no good sound logical reasons. In fact, if you were to ask me, why is this so hard for you right now? And if you want like logical reasons, I will not be able to give you them. For whatever reason, everything within me, and I feel it primarily in my thoracic region, like I was saying, in sort of a pressure slash energy slash tension, everything within me is fighting against any willingness that I have to do that. It may only take me 2 or 3 minutes to do the whole thing, and I intellectually know that. And I intellectually know how important it is to get it done. And yet I still will not do it because for whatever reason, it's like my entire being is saying, we don't want to do this. Don't take the necessary steps to accomplish it. And so that happens to me all the time, like almost every day, and then on many days, almost every hour. There's something that I should do that could be as simple as get up and carry the plate to the kitchen and rinse it, right? It's not a laziness issue. I could see how, and I can be lazy. I could see how a person could be like, well, I'm happy and comfortable here on the couch, reading my book on my phone. I don't want to get up and rinse the plate. Okay, that's one thing. And yes, I experience that too. But this is different. This is like, I know that I need to do this, but I literally feel as though every fiber of my being is fighting against me. And the frustrating thing about that, there are many frustrating things, but a frustrating thing about that is that is that going back to that whole give you reasons thing, I can't give you any reasons. There are no good reasons. There is not a single logical, sound, cogent thought process that I could then give you that would make you go, okay, I can understand why in this moment you don't want to do this thing. No. I have no good reason at all. But for whatever reason, again, no reason, at that moment, my whole body, my whole existence is fighting against any will that I have to get up and go do the thing. Now, this is a product, I believe, of two things working in conjunction with one another. One is dominant introverted feeling, right? Because dominant introverted feeling is very focused on its own wants. And so it is going to be always seeking out the opportunity to basically satiate its own likes or its own wants in that given moment. And when you combine that with inferior extroverted thinking is all about getting things done. And so when it comes to that, there are so many times when the thing needs to get done, but there's no energy within me to do it. There's nothing within me that's pushing me, because that extroverted thinking being inferior is just like, I can give you like 12 seconds of energy, and then that's all I got. And it was interesting because in a recent group conversation on Joyce Meng's Type Talks channel, she kind of elaborated a little bit on extroverted thinking, and she was talking about the fact that it's like with your inferior function, you'll be able to do it, but just in like tiny little short bursts, and then you're done. And that's how it is for me with the extroverted thinking inferior. It's like, okay, I know that I need to get this thing done, but I've only got, first of all, if my FI doesn't want to do it, it takes every fiber of my willpower, let's say, to fight against every fiber of my being that doesn't want to do it. So it takes all this energy and this willpower to get up and do this one simple little thing. And then my extroverted thinking is like, 2 seconds in, it's like, whoa, starting to get a little worn out here. And then 10 seconds in, it's like, hey, how much are you planning on pushing this? Because this is getting a little ridiculous, Now, when I extroverted thinking accomplish the task, all the more so if it's done while having to fight my FI the whole way. When I accomplish the task, it feels really good. But I have to say that I would imagine a person could look at an ISFP or an INFP for that matter and say, lazy, doesn't get things done, doesn't accomplish things. And you're right in one sense. You're right in saying I observe that frequently the ISFP or maybe the INFP doesn't get things done, doesn't accomplish the task. But you would probably be very wrong in your estimation of why that is. If you don't have this struggle within you to the degree, you probably do have it from time to time, but if you don't have it to the degree that the ISFP or the INFP does, you just can't get your brain around it. And that's why we, no matter what type we are, I believe should have so much compassion and grace toward people of other types, because they're having some sort of struggle that is to the same degree and frequency that we are having with our struggles. So just whatever your struggle is based on your type, internalize that, realize that, and then project out upon everyone else the reality that they too are having some sort of struggle. It's not the same struggle you are, especially if they're a different type, but it's some sort of crazy struggle. So some days, not some days, almost every day, almost every freaking 5 minutes, there's just something that I just need to do and I don't want to do it. And I mean, it is literally a war against myself sometimes to do even the simplest tasks, because nothing within me wants to FI likes that. and everything within me is inferior TE fighting against it. Thank you so much for watching. Do please click like, please subscribe. Please go visit the link below to the coffee website if you would like to donate. And I really appreciate all you guys for watching. Have an awesome day. Bye now.